Assalamu alaikum. My name is Bashir Castineira. I'm from Spain, from the south of Spain, namely from Granada. And I was born in Granada 30 years ago, from Muslim parents, Spanish native Muslims. My mother's from the central area of Spain, my father's from the north of Spain. They both became Muslim when they were young, in the 1980s. And then I was born as a Muslim, and so my brothers and sisters. I studied in several Muslim countries, such as the United Arab Emirates. I studied in France also, and in Granada. And I completed the memorization of the Quran only 3 weeks ago. It took me a long time because I'm married, I have 3 children. When I completed this task, I was appointed to be the new director of the Mosque of Granada, the mosque which Imam Malik has been talking about. Well, we have a few challenges in this mosque, and the community itself has a few projects. In Granada, the main project that we have at the moment, we have a challenge which is to maintain the mosque. The running costs of this mosque, of this beautiful, privileged mosque, are high, and people have been helping, especially Sheikh Sultan Al-Qasimi, to make his life very long and bless him. He has been helping since he opened the mosque. He took care of the last phase of building the mosque, and after that he has been helping on a yearly basis, and he still is, alhamdulillah. But this is not going to last forever, and what we need is a waqf for the mosque. So this is my main challenge as the director of the mosque, to get someone who can give a waqf to the Mosque of Granada, register it under the name of the foundation of the Mosque of Granada, and this will produce, inshallah, the necessary income for the running costs and maintenance of the mosque forever until the last day, inshallah. We have another project in the community, which is a school, a Muslim school in the outskirts of Granada, with very high ambition. It's a school that's meant to be for 800 students. It's 2 schools really, one for girls, one for boys. And this is a project that we're taking on, inshallah. We have the plot of land already, and we're looking at donors for the building the actual school. Just outside of Granada, about 20 minutes away from Granada, from the very center of Granada. You take a car and you drive from the mosque, from the city center, in the center of town, to this plot of land. It takes about 20 minutes. Just on the outskirts of Granada, just next to a very beautiful lake. We're focusing on the Mosque of Seville, which is another city 250 kilometers away from Granada. Amir Ibrahim has been talking about it, and there's a need for a mosque in that city because it's a bigger city. It's bigger than Granada. Seville is much larger than Granada, and they don't have a mosque, proper mosque, purpose-built mosque, and they really need a mosque. So we came on this journey particularly to try and get the Malaysians to take on this mosque. But we have the waqf of Granada. It's a different project. We really need to find a waqf for the mosque. We have the other project of the school. We're working on this project. We're getting licenses, permits, and so on. We have seen several options for the waqf. We have one which is very, very convenient for the mosque. It produces exactly what the mosque needs every month. And it's a building that is being rented for a hotel, for Ibis. It's a French franchise of hotels. And so it would be to buy the building and rent it out to this company, which has been renting it for many years. So it would just continue the contract. It would be registered under the name of the foundation of the Mosque of Granada. Therefore, it can never be sold or given, or it will always belong to the Mosque of Granada until the last day, inshallah. So that will assure that the next generations will have the mosque covered, maintained by this waqf. So that's the most ideal one, but we have other options, cheaper ones, more expensive ones, different options. But that hotel is the ideal one. And we have already something. The plot of land is full of olive trees. You know that the south of Spain is famous for olives, and Granada is one of the famous regions for olive trees. And so this land is full of olive trees. It has 3,000 olive trees. So every year that produces a lot of olives, and those olives we take to a mill, and they're turned into olive oil. So that produces a bit of an income. Of course, many of those trees will have to be removed when the building starts. It's 20,000 euros. This building produces 19,000 euros, which is basically exactly what we need. It would be totally segregated. It would be two different schools in the same plot of land, separated by a wall, very high wall, and it would not be purely Islamic. It would be, the Islamic side. We aim to focus it more in the akhlaq, in the behavior, in the depth of the teaching as well. But the curriculum itself, if you look at it from the outside, it would look Spanish curriculum and British curriculum, both. But the teachers, of course, will all be Muslim, all graduated, qualified teachers, all Muslims, and the teaching will be in a Muslim way. The behavior, the akhlaq, also the meaning of the old sciences will be, of course, under the point of view of Islam. No, we've been looking at different names. And we are not sure yet of the exact names. We had one at a point, but then we changed it. Of course, we have the foundation. The entity is legal, fully legal. It's called Al-Andalus Foundation for Education. That's the entity that bought the land. It's a foundation, and that's the entity that will build the mosque. The school. It depends very much on the permits and licenses, and also on the funding. If everything goes smoothly and well, it could be done in 2 years. 2017, we could be opening doors in September 2017, if everything goes well. The school is 60 million euros. The fees will not be enough to cover all the costs. And of course, you will have many people it will be a very high standard school. Not everybody in Granada, for example, the Muslim community of Granada, not everybody will be able to afford the cost of the fee. So we'll have to look at scholarships, waqaf, and we have already something. The plot of land is full of olive trees. Both. We'll have a boarding section here for boarding students. Probably most of the students will be Spanish, but it's meant to be international. The teaching will be in English and Spanish. Well, I would like to just invite all Malaysians and anybody who's watching this to come to Granada and tell them that they are most welcome. Visit us in Granada, in the Mosque of Granada, which is a very beautiful, privileged place. They will love it. They will feel welcomed, inshallah. And also to remark that we are in need of this waqaf for the Mosque of Granada to make it a place of worship to Allah, fi sabilillah, for the rest of times until the day of rising. And we need this waqaf, so anybody who can help, they can do. Assalamu أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب. Last year I came to Malaysia. I only came once to Malaysia before this time. It was last year, June, just before Ramadan, for the Quran Award.
وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك.
Yeah, well, this ayah is in Surah Ali Imran, and it's a beautiful ayah. It talks about the signs of Allah in His creation, how we should reflect on the signs of Allah, the ayat of Allah. In whichever situation you find yourself, you must always look at the signs of Allah, the ayat, the signs that Allah puts in His creation. Whether you are sleeping or going to sleep, or walking or working, or with your family, or in your business, or traveling, or in the countryside, or in the city, you should always look at the signs of Allah.
سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. صدق الله العظيم.